Hello and welcome to Thought for April the 12th. Our readings are Numbers chapter 31, Proverbs chapter 22 and John chapter 4. And our thought is, incline your ear and hear the words of the wise. Last week we read in Numbers chapters 22 to 24 about Balaam, a man who was regarded by the Midianites of Moab as having powers of divination for evil. Balak their king wanted him to come and curse Israel, for they were fearful that they should be the next nation to be overwhelmed and destroyed by them. We read in chapter 22 how God sent an angel to stand in the way of Balaam when he was on his way to the Midianites. Balaam was forced to prophesy about future blessings for Israel instead of cursing them as Balak had requested. Now we learn how Balaam got his revenge on Israel. In today's chapter 31 verse 16, we read that on Balaam's advice, the women of Midian caused the people of Israel to act treacherously against the Lord in the incident of Peor, and so the plague came among the congregation of the Lord. And there is the account in chapter 25 of how the women invited the people to the sacrifices of their gods, and the people ate and bowed down to their gods, verse 2. And a central part of this attraction was sexual immorality, we read in verses 6 to 9. And 24,000 people died of the plague that God brought upon them. Balaam had instigated all of this. And there is a lesson for today's congregation, the ecclesia of the Lord. The knowledge of the Lord and his truth can be correct, but can be undermined by an ungodly behaviour. Today's chapter shows how God gave Israel the strength with a relatively small army of picked men to overcome and destroy the kings of Midian. And in the process, they also killed Balaam the son of Beor, and with the sword. And God's perspective on these events is illustrated by words in today's chapter in Proverbs, chapter 22. The eyes of the Lord keep watch. He overthrows the words of the traitor. Further in the chapter are more very meaningful words for us. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it will be pleasant if you keep them within you, if all of them are ready on your lips, that your trust may be in the Lord. And we must be ever aware that the spirit of Balaam still lives on, because it is mentioned in Revelation chapter 2 as one of the problems in the ecclesias, which was a foreshadowing of the ecclesias in the last days. Let us make sure we hold fast to the word of the Lord. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's word, knowing that word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.